What's good, everybody? It's your boy, and I'm back with another installment, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all dropping comments in the comment section on the last video, man. If we drop 5 comments and this video gets 5 likes, I will drop another video. Shout out to all the moderators, man, and shout out to everybody who's gonna watch this back on the replay. We're gonna be talking about Lil Durk and why I believe he has something to do with King Von's passing, man. Now let's get right into it. This is the occult signs and symbols portion of the video, and we will be breaking some gematria down as well. He's on the steps, ladies and gentlemen, with the light right at the top, all right? And I told y'all about this last time, man. If y'all see a picture like this is alluding to the fact that he is on his path to enlightenment. That's all Illuminati means, is enlightenment, or the enlightened ones, all right? So this is a perfect description of what I've been telling y'all for the past damn near, 2 going on 3 years now. Also, you see him right here wearing all red. Now, you can say it's for the faction or whatever he's involved in with, you know, his street ties or whatever, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not what it's about. It's about what door you pick or what door you choose when you get into this industry. You know what I'm saying? You can sacrifice family and friends, or you can go through the sodomy door, or you can be involved in both. You know what I'm saying? Or you're pretty much going to be independent. You know what I'm saying? That's the third door. You know, Nori talked about it on Vlad TV. I've got one of the best intros that I can use with Nori explaining that, but you know, Vlad, he be copywriting this stuff, so I don't want to take that risk right now. I'll maybe start using that intro later on. All right, but yeah, this is showing that he went through the sacrifice door, man. He willing to shed blood. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get it back in blood for real. You know what I mean? And that's what these colors represent to them. All right. Speaking about colors, all right, and imagery, we're going to be talking about the red background real quick. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of spirit cooking. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of rituals. Marina Abramovich is somebody y'all should pay attention to or do your research on, and you'll get a better understanding of that. Kanye West did that on one of his album releases, or like a birthday event or something he did in a warehouse. He had some spirit cooking going on. He had bodies on the table with food on top of it. Man, that's what that is. They do a lot of cake of light rituals, which is mixing excrement from the body into a cookie or a cake, and they eat it every day upon awakening, all right? And they believe that it gets them closer to the spirit realm. Now, that flame, that heart that is engulfed in flame with the 2 hands, is to show you guys that he is a initiate of the flame. Manly P. Hall talks about this. That's one of the best, quote me on this, one of the best Freemasonic books I have read. And why I read Freemasonic lecture is because it enables me to tap into how these crazy folks think and why they think the way they do. So I encourage y'all to go do the same, because you have to do counterintelligence on these folks so you can know why they behave in the ways that they behave, okay? Now, you see this big old skull on his back that he got tattooed when he had went under anesthesia or whatever, like they put him to sleep, and he got his entire body tattooed, you know what I'm saying, from head to toe, right? And they say it costs like $100,000 to do something like that. Now, my thing is this: you got to be careful what you're putting on your body. Pay attention to what you're doing, because you are taking on that energy. You are bringing that into your life. You are making that a part of you. You are now one with that tattoo. I was thinking about coming out with like some movie to where people get tattoos and they take on that form, or they have that ability of whatever that tattoo is, or like they could transform into that or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or they have like a magical power. I was thinking about that, like, yo, that will actually be dope, you know what I'm saying? If you got a dragon tattoo, you turn to a dragon. If you got a knife, you know, or a sword tattooed on you, you can morph your hand into a sword. You know, I just be thinking about crazy stuff like that. But yeah, it is what it is, whatever. But you catch my drift, oh, you hear me? Now, this hand on the throat is a Freemasonic hand gesture as well. And a lot of these hand signs, ladies and gentlemen, are Rosicrucian order hand signs. The Rosicrucian order has been terrorizing around the world for a long time. We're talking hundreds. We're talking thousands of years, man. They done shed blood all across the 50 states, man, all over the world, man. It wasn't just Columbus and all them other folks. The Rosicrucians, man, they got a strong foothold in entertainment, just like the Society of Jesuits. All right, just like the Boule, the black nobility. Oh yeah, the Rosicrucians is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Now you see he rocking the blonde dreads. All right, it's like black on the top and then the blonde. You know what I'm saying? This is duality. This is him showing that he has been taught these occultic teachings. Okay, because they get taught these things. These folks don't come from out the trenches, get into the game, and just start showing off all this occultic knowledge. No, somebody had to teach you that. Somebody taught you to do this. Somebody taught you the background where this came from. And if you ask me, it comes from the people that fell from Atlantis when Atlantis was destroyed. And I think Atlantis is under the Atlantic Sea. I mean, it's just like quite obvious, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, the blonde symbolizes MK Ultra programming as well. It symbolizes transformation, change, which is all about, you know, being transformed. You know what I'm saying? The elixir of life, being transformed, mysticism, hermeticism, magical practices. You know what I'm saying? That's what these folks is into, man. Simple and plain. Now, y'all remember when he crashed that TRX truck? It was him and somebody else in the car, I believe. And it was kind of crazy because there was a picture that was put out right before the crash that happened, like the night of or whatever, like the night before, and he had a bottle of some drink in his hand. And he spoke about it in one of his songs. He crashed a TRX truck. I had the phone in my hand, you know, so it's just kind of crazy how that like kind of premonition like came to fruition. Like, y'all gotta be careful out there, you know what I'm saying, like first and foremost. But yeah, he pretty much got into a car crash. He flipped the truck. That was on Instagram. And then like shortly after, he came back looking kind of different, bruh. He came back looking kind of different. And also, yes, he had a one-eye tattoo on his chest, which you know, that was new. And then, you know, he got the one-eye symbolism with the blood coming out the eye. Come on, man. It was a ritual that took place. Clear, plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? And he came back looking different. Everybody was like, yo, they cloned him. They got him. Yeah, that can happen. Now, you see right here is what I told y'all before about how they hurt themselves in this occultic practice underground or wherever it's at, where they beat on victims until they break their hand or their arm. He's another person that does that, because what door did he take? He took the sacrifice door, man. Everybody that took the sacrifice door, you damn near gonna see all of them with a broken hand or a broken wrist or a broken forearm or something. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've been following Durk for a long time. So I either I missed it or something, but I don't remember them talking about him breaking his hand or his wrist. I don't remember that during the Durkio days. I don't remember that. Now, for anybody who does not follow celebrities or is not into all this crap or don't know who we talking about, we're going to do a little background on Wikipedia who this person is, Lil Durk, the character. Now, Lil Durk Devontae Banks, born October 19th, 1992, known professionally as Lil Durk, is an American rapper. Regarded as a pioneering artist in the Chicago-based hip-hop subgenre drill music, is often considered the subgenre's most commercially successful rapper. He initially garnered local success with the release of his Signed to the Streets mixtape series from 2013 to 2014, which led to him to sign with Def Jam Records. The label released his debut studio album, Remember My Name, in 2015, and his follow-up, Lil Durk, 2 times in 2016, to moderate commercial reception before parting ways with the rapper in 2018. All right, so that's a little background on who this Lil Durk character is, aka Durk Banks. All right, now we are into the gematria portion of the video. If you don't know what gematria is, it is the coding of letters into their numerical values. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Judeo-Christians and Hebrews have been using this for a long time. All right, and they use this to, when they make these articles and these news articles and heads and letters and all this stuff, that when they put out to us to where they can communicate with each other without letting everybody else know that don't know about gematria what's going on. All right, so they literally read it between the lines of what's happening by using keywords and letters and sentences or whatever. Okay, and these events that happen around the world. Now, Illuminati has 48 in reduction. Reduction is the purest cipher out of the four. All right, and Lil Durk has 48 in reverse reduction. Now, the reverse reduction cipher is the reflection, just like when you look in the mirror and you see your reflection, is the reflection of the reduction cipher. All right, you got four base ciphers. You got the ordinal, which is the English language going forward. And then you have the reduction, which is the purest cipher. It goes from 0 up until 9. And then you have the reverse cipher, which is the English language going in reverse. And then you have the reverse reduction. All right, like I said, is the mirror reflection of the reduction cipher. Now, moving on, we have blood ritual, which comes in at 48 in reduction, and Lil Durk coming in at 48 in reverse reduction as well. Now, witchcraft comes in at 48 too. And what cipher? It's been a while since I've typed that in, but I don't know which cipher is specifically in. But yes, I think it was reduction. But yeah, witchcraft is in there too with 48. All right, so that's mighty telling as well, because we know that happens. You know, witchcraft is going on when they paint the room red in them red rooms. That's why they take pictures in front of a red background. Okay, and I just told you what door he went through. He went through the sacrifice door. Right, so it would make sense that blood ritual syncs up with Lil Durk. You follow me now how I use this gematria calculator? I just put in there what I believe these folks is into, and it seems to always sync up with their character. Huh. Now, MK Ultra is the process that they all have to undergo. Nobody is excluded from it, but I have done videos where MK Ultra does not sync up with the person, but that don't mean that they ain't went through it, because you know how I can find out in a different ways if you got blonde hair. Okay, or if you've changed your image. Okay, simple as that. It's always a way. Now, MK Ultra has 48 in reverse reduction, and Lil Durk has 48 in reverse reduction. And need I say more? Because you could come in as a normal person off the streets, but they can't have a normal person off the streets in the industry, because there's too much stuff going on. There's too much sacrificing. There's too much occult knowledge being passed down. It's too much money being made, and they cannot have an ordinary Joe Schmo or Jane Doe in the industry compromising any of that. Because if you do, and you think you're going to get away with it by coming out with a tell-all book or series or anything like that, or your own podcast, it's not happening. You might make one episode and you gonna get removed quickly, expeditiously. You know what I mean? Now, gematria, this was a very good find. Gematria, which is the calculator that we're using. All right, gematria has 142 in reverse, and Durk Banks has 142 in reverse as well. Did I say reverse the first time? I don't know, man. But yeah, they both have 142 in the reverse cipher. Now, the reverse cipher is Z equaling 1 all the way up until A, which equals 26. In the ordinal, which is the English language going forward, A equals 1 all the way up until Z, which equals 26, just to keep it simple. All right, and like I said, reduction is 0 up until 9. All right, and the reverse reduction is just a mirror reflection of the reduction cipher. All right, now remember I was talking about him getting into that car crash and he flipped his TRX truck. Now, you got to be going kind of fast, you feel me, to flip your car. I know people who flipped their cars and got severely damaged, damn near died, and I've seen people that have passed away by flipping their cars over, and they on the side of the road, you know, as I'm going home or come, you know, on my way to work. It's nasty. It's horrible. It's like a movie scene. Most of the time it's due to the windshield crashing in on them and them getting cut on their arteries and on top of broken bones and all that stuff, right? And they just pass away from their injuries. So for him to quote unquote survive that has to be a rebirth ritual, because rebirth ritual has 71 in reduction, just like car crash has 71 in the ordinal. I talked about this in my very first gematria video, is where I broke down Fabulous, and the same thing occurred. Car crash and rebirth ritual. I was very, very much amazed by that. Like, damn, my very first connection, man. It was like when you learn something new as a child and you just want to do it over and over and over again. So here we are. Now, Freemason and Lil Durk both have 48 in reverse reduction. All right, now I want to talk about, before we get into the last gematria, is I believe that Lil Durk wanted King Von out the way because they were going through something and they had caught a case. All right, they had robbed somebody. They had video footage of it, and somebody's hand had came out the window, which seemed to be Lil Durk's. And he had shot the man multiple times, but the guy wound up surviving. I believe they robbed him of like $30,000. And there were some other things going on too in the trial, and you could just look at the video footage of both of them sitting down in the courtroom, and it just looked like King Von was like telling him, don't talk, don't say nothing, like, what is you doing type ish. And Lil Durk is just kind of like just playing him off like, man, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already out the way, man. You already out the way. I'm about to put this all on you. I'm finna get you whacked, all that stuff. So I'm not even worried about what you talk about, you know what I'm saying? It was just very, very weird, you know, and it's still up on the internet, I believe. So y'all can go check that out for yourself. But I think he wanted to get him out the way so that he could get that case dismissed, which is what winded up happening. Okay, and then on top of that, just all the heat that he was bringing to OTF, man. King Von was a wild man, you know what I'm saying? But rest in peace to him. But that's why I believe he wanted him out the way. And then when I did my research on the gematria, man, it just came and concluded what I thought, man. Sacrifice King Von has 101 in reverse reduction, just like Durk Banks has 101 in the ordinal, man. It's crazy work. So y'all gotta just pay attention to what be going on. These folks be playing right in y'all face, man, and trying to uphold an image that they so street, they so hood, they'll never do nothing like that or whatever. Yeah, okay. Whole time he backdooring his own homie, because y'all remember the live that he did and people was telling him that King Von passed. It didn't look like no remorse was on his face. It didn't look like he was shocked or any of that. He just kept on parading and dancing in the car, flexing his jewelry. Oh man, it's a crazy world we living in, man. Let me know who y'all want me to do next. It's your boy Black Mirrors coming at you with another installment. By the numbers, gematria, and the cosines and symbols, man. Y'all stay humble and y'all stay hungry, man. And I'm out.